Girl, this thing said the stream failed to go to all of the platforms. Which platforms did it go to then?
Well, it says on my end, I see streaming started.
It says live. Okay, let's see where. Let me go to my other page. See if we're live there.
Are you on Tameka Walker Chapman?
That's where I was, but it doesn't show that it's live there. It shows that it's live on my professional page. Yes, and we are. Good evening. All right, so listen.
Okay. I see it.
We're not even going to worry about the other pages. So, live on Mogul TV Global Facebook page, live on Tameka Chapman professional page, live on Human Not God page, live on Energize her Facebook page, live on Energizer YouTube, live on Mogul TV Global YouTube. We are live everywhere, y'all, okay? And if we're not live on your page, just share us over there. Share us. Share us there. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. So welcome to what's this? We want to call this Wellness Wednesday, okay? Wellness Wednesday, because we're gonna have a good conversation on some good stuff tonight. And as you can see on the screen, it says, "Are you ready for your next?" So we're gonna start off with, first of all, introducing ourselves. I'm Tameka Chapman. How y'all doing? How y'all doing tonight? And I am joined by Carleeka Basnight-Menendez. Let me get our
Good evening, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Yes, Wellness Wednesday. Look, we are excited to be with you all. If you did not catch the broadcasting from yesterday, go ahead and catch that hashtag replay. But if you're tuning in right now, or if you're going to catch this in the replay now, tonight, while you thumb scrolling, tomorrow morning, next year, whatever that looks like, hashtag replay. Make sure you connect us. And like Mika said, I'm Carleeka Basnight-Menendez and CEO and founder of Inso Inc. And so we're talking about all things wellness, because your wellness needs to be a priority. So Tameka, how was your day today? All of those amazing things.
Listen, today was a good day, okay? In the words of Ice Cube, today was a good day. Hey, it was really good. I actually woke up feeling really, really good. Really, really good. Energized, really. Mine was still on 1,000, as it always is. These kids still on 1,000, as they always are. But today was a good day. They cooperated today. How about that? They cooperated and did schoolwork today. I ain't had to beg them all day. Like, come on, can you just sit down and get it done? Can you just sit down and get it done?
I mean, but
how was your day?
If we're real, my day was good. You know, some of you all don't know, I work at night, right? And so, but I still be showing up in evening time, but I make sure that I get some rest during the day. So I rested today. I did today. My business, all of the things, some great connections. And so God is doing a lot of great things in this season, and we are approaching the next season. And I don't know where you all are, but can you see the next season? All of the things that's taking place right now around us for this next season of fall.
I'm excited. I like fall. Okay, I like fall, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because I ain't fond of winter.
Oh.
I like fall. I love to see the colors of the trees changing, because again, we surrounded by all these trees. Okay, so I love to see all the different colors, the variations of the oranges and reds, and it's transitioning from the green, and the kids are excited about it. Oh my gosh, look, it's red over there, look, it's yellow over there, oh, it's orange over there. So you know, I get excited for fall because of the transition, and that transition of these leaves. It reminds me of, it's daily that we are changing. We're constantly changing in every season. And so I love fall because I can see it, right? I can see the transitioning happening day after day. So yes, I'm ready for the fall season, the sweater weather.
I mean, right now I'm in Pennsylvania, and so over a lot of years currently, especially living in Georgia, We get to experience the full fall experience, right? So to see it really unfolding and happening right before my eyes, like every single day I'm riding, I'm like, wow, okay, that tree was not that calm just the day. These leaves was not by my vehicle just the other day. And so we're talking about fall and transition and that next season. And so tonight, you all, our title is, are you ready? We want you to type that in the comments. Are you ready for your next? What does your next look like? How to get to your next? How do you you might be thinking, am I really in my next season, or afraid to step into my next season? Because like we mentioned yesterday, Tameka, we like to stay cozy in our comfort zone, and we don't want people to push us too far. Like we're going to step out there just, but you reel me back in because, I don't want to go out into the deep too much. And so, Tameka, are you for your next?
Listen, I am. The next can be a little scary sometimes, right? The next can be a little bit scary at times because you're not sure of some things, right? You're not sure of a few things. You're not sure. Sometimes you can, it seems as if I make this move, it might be the wrong move. How do I move forward? Should I make the move right now? But, along with that comes that mindset and the shifting of the mindset that has to happen with your next in order to reach your next. And so I'm ready for my next. I'm always ready for my next because you know what? I'm in alignment with what I'm supposed to be doing. Okay. And so I'm always ready for what is the next thing that I need to be doing to make a greater impact. I'm all about impact. And if I know that there's going to be someone, at least one person impacted by my good move, whatever that is, I'm ready for it.
And what they say, we got to stay ready. And in these transitions, it's like you said, it can be scary. It can be, oh my God, it can actually be a little terrifying if we real that your palms might get a little sweaty, right? Look, you might start sweating in place hot. You might feel a little nervous, but when you're in alignment, and God knows when you're ready, this is why He doesn't give us things out of in our timing and out of timing, right? It's all about His timing because He already know Carleeka gonna mess this up if I give this to her right now. She's not mentally prepared. I may not be spiritually prepared, right? Maybe even not physically prepared for that next season. So now we have to be preparing. And I think this goes into, you have to be in expectation for a next, to understand that your life is here. That hurt does not have to remain there, right? Those people that's always sucking up energy and all of these different things, you have to create these boundaries and limit your access. So type in the comments, access denied, right? Because we're looking and you're in expectation for the next. And I think sometimes in the wait period for the next, we get weary, we get discouraged. And so then we are not even hoping for the next season because we have just adapted this norm, and it's just saying like, you know what? You got to keep going. It's another level to you. It's another dimension to you. There's a next season. So look, if you're doing something tonight and you might be like, y'all don't know what I'm facing. You don't know what I've been through. But that's up to you to share your, okay? No one can make you do it, but no one can make you move either.
Come on.
We can't make you move.
I love that. And as much as, we surrounded by people that will push us, that will pull us, that will encourage us, that will support us. Again, as Carleeka said, can't nobody make you move, right? You have to be willing. You have to be a willing participant for your next. You have to be a willing participant and say, you know what, this is what I want. I'm going to step in it. I'm going to step forward towards it. And this is what I need help with, y'all. That's another thing that I really want us to hit on tonight as well, is the whole mindset of asking for help. How do we raise our hands and say, hey, this is what I need help with? And I'm guilty of that. I'm so guilty. I've gotten a whole lot better, y'all. I've gotten a whole lot better. However, I was one that would not ask for help at all about anything, for anything. I'm just like, y'all don't want to bother nobody because I know they got a lot going on. And at the same time, I'm helping everybody else and trying to do my own stuff. And I'm just like, okay, I don't have no time.
Right.
I don't have no time. So what it leads to frustration, it leads to, dang it, now I got to stay up later than I really wanted to. Now I got to put all these extra hours into trying to get something done because I didn't prioritize my time and my projects. I didn't prioritize what I needed while I was prioritizing everybody else's needs.
Oh, that's
right?
Good.
Right. And so
you just said it about now I got to stay up late. Look, today, if you all don't know, is National Make Your Bed Day.
Who's still in the bed though? Who's still in the bed?
Get off of this. I'm getting back in it, okay? Like, let's not play with it. I'm jumping in the bed. But it was National Make Your Bed Day, and look, that was just a little funny while you said it. I was like, and I sent out a Wellness Wednesday email today, talking about asking people, which one of you are you the person that as soon as your feet hit the floor you got to make your bed, or are you that person that's saying I'm getting back in it, ain't no need for me to make it up, right? So you all let us know in the comments, which person are you, right? Are you that person saying, though I know I gotta make it up, pretty, all of the things, and I'm not getting back in the bed till it's time for me to get in the bed? Or are you that person that throw them covers back just a little bit, sheets are crooked, and stuff ain't even, pillows ain't stacked up right, all of the things, your bed looking like it's made by a kindergartner, but you like, it don't even matter because why make it up, because I'm getting back.
I'm getting right back in it in about 8 hours.
but we can tie that into, why is it that even on a professional level or a personal level, why don't sometimes people go for why doesn't someone step out and say, you know what, even though I may have been at this place for 10 years, they're not paying me what I believe I should be getting paid. So why are we afraid to step out and start applying somewhere else, right? It could be your next, right? And so look, you got to get out the bed to go grab that next, okay? You got to
come on.
Get off the bed, get moving.
So what I hear you saying is preparation starts at home, and preparation not only starts at home, but it starts in the morning when you get up, right? You should prepare yourselves for what you are expecting for the day, right? So if you're expecting a good thing, you got to prepare for that good thing, and that starts by let me make my bed, okay? But let every day make your bed day.
Do you think a lot of people have lost the sense of expectation? We're not talking about an urgency, because even the Bible says be anxious for nothing. That's because expectation not mean I'm anxious about the day. I'm not anxious about tomorrow, because the Bible says tomorrow will take care of itself. Child, don't worry about tomorrow. I got you. Why? Because I'm God and I got the whole world in my hands. So you don't worry about tomorrow. But it did say that we need to write the vision, make plain. To me, that says I need to pray strategy, have a plan, set goal, work the goal, right? Because I know a lot of us have a whole lot of journals, right? And you done probably wrote down, like, I don't know, I can't countless goals, but you need to have a strategy and to actually execute the goal. Like you wrote it, and then you forgot about it. No, you got to write it. You got to put some things into place, implementation. And then with the implementation, now we have some things that are implemented so that we can fully execute.
Right. With that, I think that, yes, we have gotten away from the expectation, but I think a lot of people have moved to desperation. Because if you're not operating and living a life of expected blessings, expected favor, expected, downpour of abundance in every area of your life, You're operating out of desperation because now I need it to happen. I got it to. It needs to happen like right now. Like no, I can't wait till tomorrow. I can't wait a week from now. Like I need it right now. So when you are not in alignment, right, with Him, with the big God, okay, above, you're not going to operate out of expecting Him to do anything for you. When you're not preparing yourselves every single day to lay down a good solid foundation with the word, meditation, journaling, speaking to Him, believing and affirming you in Him, you're going to all day long be working out of a desperate move. And what comes out of desperate moves? Wrong decisions. Wrong decisions, right? And you'll never be ready for your next when you are not making the right decisions.
Or you get frustrated, right?
Right.
That you're so frustrated and overwhelmed because it's not happening now, right?
Right.
That you end up sometimes not doing anything because you have exhausted yourself.
Yes.
Trying to do everything.
Everything.
Right? You exhausted yourself trying to do everything and you really accomplished nothing. Okay?
Not at all.
So I agree. Like we really do have to get back to that place of I am expecting the promises of God to manifest in life as long as I am doing what the word of God says. As long as I'm doing the instructions that I have been given to follow, then I should expect what comes with it.
Right.
And vice versa.
I live in expectation. I'm gonna just say that, okay? And that comes with a certain set of responsibilities, like we've been talking about, being in alignment, following His commandments, following His word, living the way that we're supposed to live. And it starts by preparing, okay? Preparation. Hello, folks. Okay. It starts by you being prepared. And what does preparation look like for you? What are you doing in the mornings when you get up? Right? What does your routine look like? So Carleeka, let's start with you.
Okay, so y'all I can put you in my business a little bit. It's okay. Okay.
Look, Samantha Taylor says obedience is key. Come on,
absolutely.
Samantha.
The word of God is better to obey than to sacrifice. So a lot of us here, but we don't obey, right? And we got to do both. Listen and so for me, because I work at night, right? Like I don't know who else out there at night, and people that work in the day. I could never work well. You could probably, but for me, I have to flip everything a little bit, right? So if I'm getting off in the morning, making sure that I'm resting, but also working in the purpose that God has given me to work, and He's providing me a resource, right, to help fund and do those things with my full-time job. All of the things that's bringing me joy, right? Actions and all of these things. So for me, that looks like when I get off, depending upon my day, right? Because I have a calendar. I have things like if it ain't wrote down, it don't exist. Like because I gotta have. And so I have a calendar. So if I know a day is gonna be a little heavier or I have more workload in the evening time, then I'm going to make sure during the day when I get off, after I'm listening to word, praying, my devotional time, right? And you all, devotional time for me don't start when I get in the house, baby. We having a whole concert in the car, me and my daddy, right? I'm praying. I've prayed on live riding on just audio, y'all. Okay, but it doesn't start for me when I get in the house, right? It's a continuing thing. And the Bible says, and His presence shall continuously be on my. I don't have to be at a certain place, i.e., church. I don't have to be at the building to send up a praise. I can send up the praise in my car. I can send up the praise while I am working. I can send up the praise while I'm working out. So for me, my day looks like, okay, let me on my walk, I'm praying. your girl been getting in them 10,000 steps. Okay, start where you are. That's looking like me eating a healthy breakfast, right? I'm eating breakfast, I'm getting a workout. So I have a schedule that I am following. I am implementing a strategy so that I can get certain results. And then I do, the day is a little lighter. I do have a list of things that, okay, I want to get this done today. And so that means no social media, no nothing until these things are done. I'm holding myself accountable to get them done. Okay, after I done did that, it's time for me to shut it down to bed.
Yes.
So I do not sleep on it. Okay, somebody said I don't think he had no receipt, so
I didn't see it. I didn't hear a recording. I didn't see it. Wasn't me, okay?
Let me say I don't know if he have receipts, okay? But if he do, he know who I'm talking to. Don't you be posting my okay? Because if I'm snoring, that's my business, and I'm just getting my sleep. Maybe y'all should follow suit. Get your sleep on, get your snore on. So I make sure that I'm resting. I make sure that I'm eating well, and then when I have meetings, and then if it's more during the day, I just flip it, right? But I have jobs, right? And I don't think we've been taught to multitask. We've been taught to go here, do this, run yourself, till you don't go to bed fatigued. And burnt out. I just go ahead because I know my body needs to replenish itself and store itself. And because I love my body, and because our daddy said be a good steward, okay, I'm having stewardship over my body. So my cells need to replenish itself, right?
Yes.
My mind needs to be renewed, and it's being renewed, replenished, even sleeping. This is why I'm careful of different things that I watch and listen to when I'm getting ready to go to bed. I need my mind to be renewed, and I want to go to bed peacefully and rest real good, okay? Real. And so that's real.
I love it. And that goes along with preparation. Not only just preparing, yourself when you wake up, but preparing yourself to go to sleep and to get the right amount of rest, to get the right amount of sleep. And I'm guilty of that too. Yep, I'm guilty of it. Yes, Lord, I am. Okay. And at one point, I used to blame my kids. I was just like, listen, I'm a new mama at this age of my life. I am a new mama, and they up, I gotta be up. If they're not feeling well, I gotta be up. If they want to have a conversation, I gotta be up. And I had to have a come to Jesus meeting with both of them. Say, listen, your mom is of a certain age, okay? I got to get some sleep. But, it comes with the preparation. If you're not preparing yourself to get the optimal sleep, to get the optimal amount of rest that your body needs as an adult, woman or male, right? Because I know we got some men who tune in because they support us too. But if you're not getting the right amount of rest, you're not going to be able to properly start the day the next day. You're going to wake up tired. You're going to wake up late. Oh, I don't have time to do this. I don't have time to do that. So now you're skipping over the entire routine that you've set for yourself to start your day the proper way. So it's like a cycle that, you have to break the bad cycle to start anew, to start a renewed cycle, to start a refreshed cycle, so that you can start doing the things and being prepared to be ready for your next, right? To be ready for your next.
And Tameka, I think those two, when we get up in the morning, when we go to bed at night, throughout the day, this goes back, what are we saying out the day, right? Because I've said things like, oh, I like getting up. Or, oh my God, I'm just so tired. But I felt like the more I said I'm tired, the more tired I got. Versus me saying, okay, look, I did not sleep the way that I needed to. Let me, God forgive for not going to bed, but I was thumb scrolling. Table, Shein, whatever your favorite sites, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok.
Stop it.
Right? Whatever your favorite site is, and you thumb scrolling, and before you know it, an hour has gone by. In that hour, you have been preparing, relaxing, winding down. And so sometimes we do these ourselves, right? And so We have to be better stewards and be an expectation and then set up the routine. And yes, you all, the routine will change, right? Every day, I would prefer to go walking first thing. But as the seasons change, right? I go to work when it's dark at night. I get off it's dark, right? So I have to use wisdom. Let wisdom kick in. Okay?
Yeah.
Let wisdom kick in to say, boo, it's still dark in the morning. You don't need to be out here. Okay, even though I would prefer as soon as I got off of work talking. So sometimes if I have meetings in the morning, you know what? As soon as those are over in the afternoon, let me go get my walk on and different things like that. What we're not going to do, we can be an expectation, but we can't keep making that excuses of why getting things done.
This is what Samantha's hitting on right there. No more excuses, y'all. She says Proverbs 18:21, death and life is in the power of the tongue. We must be careful about what we speak. Come through, Samantha. Absolutely. Thank you for sharing. And that is absolutely true. We have the power to speak life or death into our lives and anything about our lives. You know, if we are believing that, oh, it's just not going to happen, and we start speaking that, I guarantee you 100% it's not going to happen, right? Because what we're speaking becomes our belief system. What we're speaking becomes our actions, or I should say our inactions, right? Because if we're not making action, we are inactive. So, you know, you won't, there will be no activity happening when you are speaking negative over your life, negative about things in your life, whether that's your career, your business, your relationship, your parenting, your life, whatever, anything. If you're not going to speak with the power that resides within you, good things, positive things, the way that God will speak about you as his child, then yeah, it's not going to happen. It's really not. So I thank you for sharing that, Samantha. What do you think about that, Carleeka?
I totally agree with her. Like we get an opportunity every second or minute of the day that we make. Right. We have a choice of our words. We have a choice how we respond, right? We have a choice that even the promotion, you have a choice to say, dang, nothing good ever happens to me. I always get looked over, or I take 2 steps forward and I get knocked back 10 steps. Okay, well then you need to start looking at the cycle, because if you're saying this, then 9 times out of 10, you're in a perpetuated cycle that it seems as though every time I move forward. So how do we change that? We can change our words. Okay, I did the promotion. Why? Because God, you have something better for me. Absolutely. I'm going to just believe that wasn't for me. And then you have to be honest with yourself. Are you really prepared for that promotion? Did you revise your and I get it, because I know in some workplaces or wherever, right? Sometimes people intentionally, look past people. But instead of saying someone's looking past me, oh, it's just something bigger and better for me, because it ain't gonna be worse, because that ain't how he do things. It's gonna be bigger. Right. It's gonna be better. That wasn't for me because he has something better, a better pay, a better increase, a better position, better hours. Like there's better, right? You are better in better, and with expectation for better, able to step into your next, even if you're in the midst of your now, and your now does not as favorable to you, right? Your now, you're standing, because you can't prepare for now because you already there.
Come on.
Like, we already on this live. I cannot prepare to get live because we're already there, right? Like, I can't be like, Tameka, let's prepare for this live. You want to go live, Tameka? We're already in the now of the live stream, right? But if we got next week, tomorrow, Friday, that we want to pop up again, hey, Tameka, what day and time? Now we're preparing for next live.
Exactly. Can I throw this out there? You just said, you asked the question, to be honest with ourselves, are we ready for our next? When, say you don't get that promotion, say you don't get that grant you applied for, or that loan you applied for, are you really ready to take on that next level of responsibility, that next level of accountability? Well, here's the thing, because we have to be in the right mindset. We have to be in the mindset of, as you said, that wasn't the right time, or it may not have been meant for me right now in this season of my life. But the mindset part of it that I want to also hit on is, are you ready when it don't happen? When it does not happen, are you ready to have the mindset to actually say, okay, it wasn't for me, and be okay with that? Right? Because a lot of times we can say, okay, it wasn't meant for me, but then we harboring resentment, like, I can't believe I didn't get that. You promoted her over me. Like, do you not know what I do around here? Right? So that mindset also of, I will be okay, and I am okay if I don't get the promotion. I can accept that I didn't get the promotion. It's just a mindset going both ways. We have to be mindful, grateful, and intentional about, it's okay. It wasn't meant for me right now. You have to be okay with not resenting because somebody else got it and you didn't get it right now, right? And I know that's something in the Bible like that. Now, I've told y'all I don't quote the Bible, but I know it's somewhere in the Bible. We should not, covet what other people have. We should not desire to have what everybody else has, because what's meant for us is for us. And so when we get it, we don't want nobody else want what we got, right? Because we put in the work.
I don't know what other people have, because one, I don't know your journey to even get what you have right now. And I don't know what your journey is going to look like either. And perhaps your next, I can't handle the capacity of your next. So this is why we shouldn't be jealous or envious anything of anyone. I don't know your backstory. Prepare to keep it, to maintain it. I don't know what making you to move forward. I don't know what tear cry. I don't know nothing. So I'ma just be over here doing what he's called me to do. Samantha says, in your preparation, make sure it is God's will. Absolutely. Even if the answer is no is sometimes the solution. And this is the thing, when God says go, cool, and when God says no, cool. Because what I've learned in my life, when he say no, I ain't gonna ask you no question. You said no,
come on,
and it's still cool, right? When he goes, it's still God. When he say no, it's God. And a lot of times, because a lot of people, we don't like to hear no, and we get so discouraged and we get so down when someone tells us no. But how many no's have saved your life?
Come on.
How many no's have kept you from making a bad business deal? How many no's have kept you out of the wrong crowds of people?
Yes.
Wrong cliques of people. So why can't we just be blessed and be thankful for I'm thankful for the no's.
Right. I love that.
And in business, when someone says no, or say a proposal is not accepted or something like that, this is an opportunity to learn. Okay, so instead of me, oh my God, no. Okay, so can you give me some feedback on submit it again? Right, I'm gonna do it again. I'm going to do it again, whether it's with you or someone else. I'm going to do it again. So now let me see what the process is, so I can get that in knowledge,
right?
And then when I submit again, right, it's better.
Yes.
I can't have a worse proposal unless I don't prepare for a better proposal. So let me get the feedback so that I can construct it. Like Tameka earlier, asking for help. Let me get the help,
right,
so that it can be better. We only should be getting better.
I want to ask the audience a question. If you're watching us, feel free to tune in. Feel free to chime in. Again, we are here to engage. We're here to have a conversation. But have you ever had an opportunity or ever experienced a no? And what was your reaction to it? What was your reaction to receiving that no? Were you okay with it? Because you knew that you really weren't prepared. You weren't ready for that next. What was that like for you? I want to hear from you in the comments here. And so here's Samantha. Samantha got my back, okay? Thank you, Samantha. She says, thou shall not covet thy neighbor. One of the 10. See, I knew it. I don't quote the Bible because I don't want to mess somebody up, and I don't want to be up here lying on Jesus. But I did know it was somewhere in the Bible, and I appreciate you for sharing that. I really do. And I'm very serious. I love God. God, Jesus is my bro, like all day, every day. But I will not get up here trying to quote, because that ain't what I do. But I do know that I have a good heart. Ain't that what they say?
and he knows your heart. I mean, to me, the question of how I responded to no or no with the S, right? I think it really depends on what stage you are in your life as far as maturity, right? How you respond to the no. Because when we think of our toddlers, right? When we have told them no, some of them like fit, but we ain't gonna stop at the toddlers because there's some of y'all adults out here, people still telling you no, and baby, the only thing you not doing is falling out in the middle of the floor. Okay, but you stumping, you cussing, you slamming doors, like you throwing a temper tantrum with your big age. Okay, with your big age, you throwing a tantrum. So I think this is a measurement, a way that we can measure growth within ourselves, because if we're still responding to no or to unfavorable seasons or challenge in our life, right? Uncomfortable conversations, if we're still responding the same way that we did 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 years ago, you might want to growth to see why am I still responding the same way? Why am I still, throwing a temper tantrum? Why am I still mad at something that someone said 20? Why am I so mad at this person and all of these things? So how we respond to no, and I'll say for myself, the measurement of have I grown to be able to respond properly, even when someone may be lying on you, even when someone may be trying to sabotage you, even in because I'm responsible how I respond. So I can think back on my life. I've never been one who could not take no as an answer. So I didn't have a lot of outbursts and all of these different things. Oh, you told me no? Who you think you're talking to telling me no? Do you know who I am? Okay, my thing has always been, okay, no, next.
Right. For me, first of all, growing up, I wasn't told no. I really wasn't told no that often. I was a good child, y'all. So here's the thing. I would say I didn't really ask for much, first of all. So I didn't give people an opportunity to say no to me because I didn't ask. I was more self-sufficient and doing things and getting things done. So I really didn't have an opportunity to hear no a lot. And because I was a good child, I was blessed with love. Okay, I was blessed with love. But I would say that as an adult, it really how I was as a kid, it carried through to my adulthood. Because I didn't hear no a lot, I didn't walk around expecting no. I walk around, and I still walk around expecting a yes, based on how I am and how I do and how I show up, right? So, as an adult, I sit here and I do things. I help. I do everything that I should be doing. And because I'm helping, I don't say that it's reciprocated. I only do it just because I want you to say yes. No, I do it from a good place, but I expect a yes because I'm in alignment with what I'm supposed to be doing, and I'm not doing it just for clout. I'm not doing it for you to have to pay me back, because I never ask anybody for anything in return. It's just like I want to give, but because I'm self-sufficient, I go out and I just get things done. That way I don't experience a no, but I have experienced no's, especially in my career, right? I've applied for promotions and been the qualified person that should have gotten position and was denied, was looked over. I've been in situations like that. Did I?
Look, have you been denied because you was overqualified?
Yeah, there we go. Come on. Let's speak the truth and shame the devil, okay? Did I act a fool? No, I didn't act a fool. I'm just like, you know what? It's okay. It's okay because another opportunity will come, and when that opportunity comes, you won't be able to just say no. You won't be able to deny me having that opportunity. But what I did in return, because you said no to me getting that promotion, the position that I was in, I made it what I wanted it to be. So I was still doing the things that I really wanted to be doing anyway in my current position. Like, okay, you don't have to promote me. I'm going to make this position a position that I can actually enjoy. And I love doing it. And so that's what I did. And so I was able to find joy in what I was doing. Again, even with the no, I turned my no into an absolutely yes for me. An absolute yes for me. We have Samantha here. What she said?
She said, yes, I have experienced no, and because of my disobedience, I endured much heartache for a few years, but God gave me another opportunity to move forward, learn the lesson, and it as
a testimony.
A testimony. I see that part, y'all. Absolutely. And a lot of times we don't even evaluate our disobedience, right? If we really real out here, we point the finger to everyone else. Well, it was their fault. Well, they overlooked me.
Right.
Well, they said I qualify, or they just don't like me. Okay. Right. They just, people say they just a hater, they just a naysayer, and all of these hating, right? And it's like, but did you really evaluate yourself? Did you obey and do what God has told you to do? So I love that, Samantha. We say thank you for tuning in, engaging with us. You all, if you have not shared this live stream, this broadcasting out, go ahead and share it, because someone else might need to hear that it's okay to hear a no. And I'm here to tell you, you're going to be all right when you hear no, okay? Right. But it's about your response, because God is looking at our response. He's looking at our obedience. He's looking at how is sis going to move?
Right.
Hear this no today. How is sis going to respond when she don't get that promotion? How is sis going to respond when she don't get response that she was expecting for someone who hurt her?
Come on.
How is sis going to respond? What's going to be the words that come out of her mouth? Are there going to be words that edify me, or is it going to be words I'm like, ooh, bless it. Yep, she ain't passed that test yet. I'm still working on it. So we do have to evaluate and measure, and we do this in business. We do this professionally, this in our personal life. How are you measuring growth in your life so that you can be in position for your next? Is your heart in position for your next? Is your mind in position for your next? Does God have a yes for you, even if your next is not what you think it should be? Right?
Exactly.
You have a heart. Are you in position? I often say you got to pray, you got to prepare, you have to be in position, you have to participate. Okay, you can't be on the sidelines, tweeting, thumb scrolling, and different things. You got to get in the game.
Right.
In your own purpose. No one else can do your purpose for you but you. God sends you helpers. He sends you people in alignment with it, but no one, you got to participate in your own purpose. So if you don't obtain the promises because you have not been walking your purpose, it is your fault. It's not your mama's fault. It's not your daddy's fault. It is.
Oh, thank you.
Fault. Right.
Samantha says this is refreshing. She said this is a refreshing open word. Thank you for sharing. Absolutely, Samantha. We thank you for being here.
We appreciate you. Absolutely.
And I want to take a step back. When we were talking, when you Samantha mentioned it, you talked about obedience. Oh my gosh, probably a few months ago, I ain't gonna say it's probably about 5 months ago. God gave me a word, and I would not share it because I was just like, yeah, they don't want to hear that from me, Jesus. You know, that ain't for me. That's not what I do. That's not what I talk about. I can't help nobody in that arena. Because I don't do emotions. I don't do people's feelings. I don't do all of that. So you are not giving me this word to share. And so for like a good month and a half, it seems like I was having to work double time and triple time just to make things happen. I'm just like, okay, then what's going on? Shouldn't be this hard. It ain't never been this hard, Jesus. So what's going on? And then I came across a message, and I don't know who else. It might have been Priscilla Schauer. It might have been one of the online pastors that I've watched in the past, and they were talking about disobedience. And I think it was Priscilla, and she said that disobedience, delayed obedience is still disobedience. And I'm just like, oh my God. This actually happened in 2023. And I was just like, oh my God. Okay, Jesus, I had to hurry up and apologize. I'm just like, I got to get back on the good side. Okay.
I got to get back in alignment.
Right. I had to get back in alignment because I was delaying my obedience to him for me to share a word. And I'm just like, I didn't feel, and I would tell you, I didn't feel qualified to share the word that he wanted me to share. And because I'm just like, okay, I don't talk about relationships. I don't talk about marriage, even though I've been married for over 25 years. I don't talk about marriage because I don't see myself in a position to give other people advice on what they should and should not do in their marriage. I think we have people who are well qualified for that. However, I was shutting it down that I shouldn't share this because I don't have a certification for this, because this is not what I normally talk about, because people don't know me to talk about marriage and relationships and all. And so I didn't share it. Once I let it through, I saw why I needed to share it. I actually created a podcast and I shared that message on the podcast. Do you understand that podcast had 2,000 downloads within the first week? Within the first week of me sharing that one message, it had 2,000 downloads on that message. I'm just like, oh, somebody needs to hear that. And this is a podcast that nobody even knows that I have. I haven't put my face.
Wow.
Right. I didn't put my face to it. I don't even think I have my name placed on it. It's just the podcast, out there. And I shared it in over 2,000 downloads of that one episode. And it wasn't even about the thing. And, I will tell you this, that when I got the download, I automatically shut it down. I'm just like, yeah, I'm not talking about that. That's not what I do, Jesus. And it was about divorce. But it was about divorce. And I was just like, I don't want to put divorce out here. Like, I'm not going to tell people out here about divorce. And I can't even talk about divorce because I've never been divorced. So I can't tell nobody what it's like. I can't tell them what they should look out for. But if I had taken the time and heard and stopped running my mouth like I know it all and listened to his entire message the way I eventually did, it wasn't about divorce. It was about the mindset, divorcing the mindset that we have that keeps us stuck and stagnant. Divorcing those places that we go in our minds and our mentals, from Fear Street, from the boulevard over there where we hang out at, my whole crew hang out at, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it was about divorcing the people, places, and possessions that keep us mentally in bondage. And I didn't hear the message because I wouldn't allow him to give me the whole message when I first heard divorce. And so
because
a lot
of times we dismiss, right? We dismiss, or we move too soon without getting the whole context, right? Yes. It's like someone taking a brief clipping of this, right? Or something on our platforms and taking something and they create their own little rendition of it and they run with, we see it all the time on TV and things. People run with one little statement or one word, and it's like, wait a minute, go back and listen to the whole thing.
Right, so the whole context.
Scope.
Yes, absolutely. And that's exactly what I did. I ran from that thing. I ain't run with it. I ran from it. I was just like, I heard the word divorce. I was like, yeah, that's not me, Jesus. This must be for somebody else. You're gonna have to skip me and go on over that to him. But he wouldn't let me do anything for a good 2 months almost. It feels maybe 3 months. It felt like I was struggling just to get things done. And when I finally released it, everything went away with it. I'm just like, that's all I had to do. That's all I had to do. Okay,
I strongly believe that he looks for our yes. He doesn't ask us if we're When he tells us, you know what, you will rule over many nations, right? And all of these different things he discussed. Oh, but you'll rule, right? Once you have your doctorate degree, once you go to theology school, and I'm not knocking one if that's the path that God has had you to go on, by all means. But the Bible said for us to study the word. It didn't say the only way you could study it if you go to theology school. It didn't say that, right? It's all of us to study. And when we actually just do the word, then we will see the word work in our lives. And sometimes God, Holy Spirit, give us a word or a couple of words, Tameka, and we may not fully understand it at that time. But then we start putting the pieces together like, oh, this is why you told me this. And why you had me to do this. No, you wasn't going through a divorce. You never been through a divorce and everything, but he was giving you revelation knowledge.
Yes.
And words of wisdom to encourage someone else to separate yourself, right? Separate yourself from a reprobate mind. Separate yourself because we're kingdom. Separate yourself from worldly things. Separate yourself from the negative structure and talking. Separate yourself. And so, like, yo, that's a whole word by itself. So tonight, you're listening. You might need to separate yourself from some of those circles that you've been keeping attached and holding on to, and God is calling you higher. So when he calls us higher, a lot of times that next level is like the seasons changing, right? We have to prune some things off, right? We got to prune some things. We got to learn some things. And that could be internally. That might be, you know, in the natural, decluttering your closet, decluttering spaces, all of those things, so that we can make room for our next. You can make room for the new, so you can make room for these things to come.
Come on. Listen, at Sunday service at my church, Jonathan McReynolds, he performed, and he actually performed his song "Make Room." When I tell you, I love that song. I was just like, oh my gosh, yes, yes, and yes. Make room. Oh my gosh. And so you saying that just reminded me of the power that we felt from that service. And just him just singing that melody, I will make room for you. I will prepare for two so that you will, so that you will, I will make room for you. Like, listen, make room for Jesus. Like, look at, I forgot the words because I'm so excited. But I will say that make room for God in your life. And, you know, Samantha earlier, she was speaking on stop allowing fear to cripple us. This is an attack from the enemy, and he is doing his job, and he does his job very well. Okay. The enemy does his job very, very well. He's an expert at his job. But John 10:10a, he comes to kill, steal, and destroy. And John 10:10b here, says, but I, God, has come that you may have life and life more abundantly. Come through. Absolutely.
He makes it better. And so as we wrap up, you all, we just have to ask, are you ready for your next? And in order to be ready for next, be prepared. Make room for your whatever your next looks like. God is giving you the grace, the power. Why? Because you have an advantage, right? You have a privilege because you're kingdom. And if you're not in the kingdom, salvation is your choice. But I know he's been knocking at the door. So come on back home, get in right state with him, right? He's not looking for you to be perfect, but we have to be in right standing, in right relationship, and let's develop a closer relationship with him so that all these promises that are yea, amen, all these promises for you, to you in your next season, and whatever that next season may look like, know that it's not a permanent season. Seasons change, and we are here to keep evolving in him. And so, yes, Samantha, be prepared. And I'm going to just tell you all now, congratulations in advance on your next. Congratulations for that promotion. Congratulations for more peace your life. Congratulations on forgiving that thing that you say they scorn you. Congratulations on getting you some good sleep tonight. Okay. Congratulations on all of those things.
Yes.
For your next. And so, Tameka, any parting words before I hop in the bed, and I don't know what y'all doing, but
well, of course I have a parting word. Listen, I want y'all to understand that on September 14th at 11 a.m. we got something major happening, y'all. We got something major happening. She didn't say what I'm gonna say. We have the M3 Global Women's Health Summit, hosted, founded, created by none other than Carleeka Basnight-Menendez. Absolutely. And this summit focuses on menstrual, maternal, and menopause. Carleeka Basnight-Menendez, I think she said at the beginning of the hour that she is the corporate menopause consultant. Yes, she is. She helps women learn how to manage their menopause while thriving in the workplace. Okay. And so hosting the M3 Global Women's Health Summit, she's bringing together leaders, experts in maternal, in menopause, in menstrual, to help us learn, to help us be better educated and more knowledgeable on what it is that our body needs, on the services that we need, on the healthcare that we need to make sure that we're able to thrive in today's economy. So check. And I'm your opening speaker. Listen, y'all better sit down and come on, join us, okay? Listen, go to www.m3health.org. Here, I'll show it at the bottom of our screen here. Make sure you visit m3health.org. And oh my gosh, look at this. Listen, Samantha, if you haven't registered, you need to be in the room with us on Saturday morning, okay? Saturday morning, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 10 a.m. Central, 9 a.m. Mountain, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, m3health.org. Reserve your virtual seat. Matter of fact, I'm going to tell you right now that all the seats are gone, but we have an overflow, okay? We're not leaving anybody out. We have an overflow. So I want to make sure that every woman that hears our voices, that sees our graphics, that sees our social, you're able to get in the room and be educated, be surrounded with by like-minded women, by life-minded women who want to see you well, want to see you healthy, want to see you whole, want to see you happy. So those are my closing words. Make sure y'all go to m3health.org, register to attend, engage. It's not just attending. You're going to be in the chat. You're going to be able to engage with the speakers, with Carleeka, as well as myself. I'm just excited to be a part of this movement, the M3 Health movement. I'm excited. I'm honored to be a part of it. I'm
thankful for you, for your guests, right? So
yeah,
y'all, look, come on in the virtual venue, okay? That's what we call it.
It's gonna be a time will be had. Okay. So thank you all.
Did you want to share what's coming up next week?
Absolutely. Listen, I don't have the graphic to share, but I'll be sharing. If you haven't followed us, make sure you're connected with us on social. I am Tameka Chapman on social. I am Tameka Chapman, Carleeka Basnight-Menendez on all socials as well. Do you want to share a different social?
No, it's all the same. Carleeka Basnight-Menendez.
There you go. So we have two things coming up next week. We are hosting our inaugural Energize Her book club for women, and we're going to be discussing Church Girl. It's a book by Dr. Sarita Lyons. I was introduced to her a week and a half ago, and I felt something rising up in me as she spoke. And I knew that it was something that was good, something that was needed, something that was necessary for this time right now, especially in my life. And so when I saw that she had a book, I said, I want to get that book and I want to read it. And what better way to be encouraged by some words than to have other women who actually can, share that moment with you. And so we launched the Energize Her book club for women. That's our first book, September. And also that's on the 18th, September 18th. Let's see what Samantha has to say. Oh, yes, she is. Yes, she is. And so on the 19th, we are hosting the Energize Her Reproductive Health Summit. Absolutely. We are doing on the 19th and the 26th, Energize Her Reproductive Health. It is a summit where we're going to be talking about the reproductive health of women. We're in a time where, our rights are trying to be taken away from us, and we're not having that. So again, Carleeka is doing maternal, menstrual, and menopause. Tameka, we're going to be talking about the reproductive system, which goes along with Carleeka. And of course, she's going to be in the building, y'all. But we're going to have fertility experts. We're going to have a reproductive health expert. We're going to have a mental wellness expert. But also, we're going to have a man from a man's point of view on how they support us as we are dealing with our reproductive issues, but also from a man's point of view in how do we support our men, okay? If you don't know, I've had my bout of PCOS, which is polycystic ovarian syndrome, and it causes a lot of crap, including infertility. It is a leading cause of that. And so for that, it took us 18 years to have our first child, right? And so because of that, I want to make sure that any chance that I get to share a good word to encourage and support other women who are going through, that I do just that. And so that's why we're hosting the Reproductive Health Summit. It is to, again, just bring awareness to the issues, but also to let women know that they're not alone and there is a support system out there for them. They just have to be made aware of it and actually show up and say, yes, I need that help. Okay, so that's it.
So we know there's a lot of announcements, right? But
right.
Like Tameka said, if you connected with us, you will be sure. I can promise you, you will see all of these things, right?
Yeah.
On our social media platforms. We will drop websites and things in the comments. You will see it there too. But we're bringing education, empowerment, and encouragement to topics that a lot of times not getting. A lot of these topics with women's health, they're underfunded. You all just not enough research and different things. And so this is what we're doing, right, to uplift the community, bring awareness, things Tameka said. So look, we know it was a lot, and you probably didn't grasp all of that, and it's okay. Go
just connect with us.
Get connected. You will
get connected. Being connected to us, you're gonna have a lot of things that's gonna be thrown your way. You'll get a chance to know that, hey, when God give us something to do, we're not gonna stop until it gets done. Just like this conversation. Yes, Samantha, educating our community. Absolutely. But just like this conversation, feeling led by God, because at the end of the day, when Carleeka talked, you said, what we talking about today? I said, listen, okay, are you ready for your next? Okay, because I see it before.
Well,
exactly. Before I put it in, I was just like, now, Jesus, what we talking about today, God? You going to give me a word? Because I don't know what this is today. Because Carleeka and I, we can hop on live and just talk about sharing a good word, sharing some intentional words that's going to help you move to your next. But I wanted to make sure that whatever we're doing,
we will share strategy.
Yes.
Of how you think Tameka go all the way to Z, okay? But it's about that support. So if you are, you're like, I'm ready to birth what's in me, right? I'm ready to break barriers. I'm ready to get a breakthrough. I'm ready to birth. And I want to build the bridge with other, like Tameka-minded women. Then we want to be connected because we serve, right? We serve from, like you said, I'm not serving and doing things because it's a thing of, well, you do this for me, I do that for you. No, we're really a community of women that's saying, I got your back and I am here. So how can I support you? And it's reciprocated, right? It's just reciprocated. So if you're a woman out there and you're like, I know what God is, I have the vision, but I don't have the strategy, or I don't know how to implement, or I don't know how to execute it, reach out.
That's
right?
it.
Don't sit another day or another hour trying to figure something out when we're saying, hey, there is help and resources available to help you birth that vision that God has given you. And when we say want to see you win, this is not a cliche. This is not something that we hop on the bandwagon. This is not just trying to take your money. You do have to invest in yourself. We're always invested in ourselves as well, right? But trust me, your investments and what you get in different things, it is not even comparable. Okay, we deliver. I'm not up here trying to sell anything. I'm just letting you know that we haven't tried to sell you anything. What we are saying is there's support, there is community. And if you're ready to step out of your comfort zone and go to your next, it's going to cost you something. It's going to some time. It may even it's going to cost you some of your blood, sweat, and tears, like they say, of your out of your bank account, all of those different things. But do you want to go to your next, or you just want to stay where you are?
Right.
You get to make that decision. We only give the invitation, and the invitation tonight, if you want help, and guess what? Connect with us. We can hop on a call to see where you are, where you want to go, and come up with a plan that you can actually execute. Okay?
Absolutely.
Because I know all that want to speak. It's some of you all that want to write a book. It's some of you all that want your own summit, right? Or your own event. It's some of you all that want to create your own or ebooks or whatever that looks like. You all, our team. I'm just telling you how God aligned us. You're ready to work.
One house, okay?
We only work with women who want to birth stuff.
Right.
Because we don't chase dollars and clout and all of this different stuff. We don't do all that. We obey the Holy Spirit, right? And it have to be Holy Spirit, because we don't even, what I'm saying now, we never do. Right? We never do this. At all. Okay. We don't. We serve, but in serving, right? This is part of serving, to let you know that we know you're tired of just sitting being stagnant. We know that you're tired of feeling like you're on a hamster wheel and feeling confused. We know you're tired of hopping from every one venture here and one venture there and one venture there, and it's not yielding you the results that you're actually looking for. We know that you're tired of being overweight and not sleeping well. We know that you want more.
Come on.
Because we were there and we wanted more.
Right.
We were there when we had the challenges and we didn't know what to say, where to start sometimes, and we did a little bit of this and but when we got in alignment with God's plan for our, He us with the right people that actually alongside us push the vision like never before, and even expand our vision, because we have people around us that's dreaming and seeing things bigger than what we even see, and they're not afraid to say, okay, sis, you thinking too small. Not afraid to pull their sleeves up and be like, okay, let's get in here so we can push this, because I see the vision. I see it with you. I believe in you. And that's all I got to say, because I'm going to be in.
And the doors of the church, let me stop. Okay, we're not going to even play. But no, so I appreciate that, because at the end of the day, we are well aligned. We have our community that we've built, our network that we've built, that we can rely on each other. And that's the beauty of being around like-minded people, being in the company, because you're going to push each other. You want to see each other excel and win. You want to make sure that whatever it is that they're desiring to do, one is that it's in alignment with what they're supposed to be doing. Because there's been, and I was just telling Carleeka this, telling you this earlier. I said, there were some times that I was creating something, and we were talking about, okay, who's going to do this and who's going to do that, and then Alicia would be like, call Carleeka, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm not calling her. I need her to stay in her lane. With menopause, I don't want to ever pull somebody out of what they're supposed to be doing just to say, come over here, let's have some little fun over here. Now, we're not going to do that. Like, I'm very intentional about everybody's brand, everybody's business, that kingdom business, okay, because of what we're doing, that I'm not going to ever put anybody in a situation that's going to be detrimental to what they're supposed to be doing. But, we have a community of men and women that we all support each other, and we show up for each other. And it's the way that it's supposed to be. So absolutely, as Carleeka said, if you're interested in moving forward, you want to know how to move forward, you need a strategy on what moving forward looks like for you, all you got to do is reach out, connect with us and say, hey, I would love to have a conversation. A conversation is free. Okay. Well, not all conversations. But
we're strategic, and we don't everybody.
Right.
We don't feel bad about that. We cannot work with everybody, right? Be in alignment, because we're going to pray and ask Holy Spirit, should we take you as a client or not? Or what they say, no, I don't know, they still say that. But we pray. This is when we have a conversation to see if you're going to be a good fit, because we see what God has given you birth, right? We're not worried about pay and different things, and then you don't want to do the work, because that's not what we're about. Getting the work done and getting the results, and then he's getting the glory, right? He's just putting us in alignment and position with you to come alongside to help see your vision come to pass. So this is your invitation, right, to set up a call to our where you're wanting to go in, just to see if our team can help you, right? Because we're not just taking, because we got things to do. Okay, so we ain't just taking up doing stuff just. But if you're ready to go to your next, and you're ready to another level in your life, so that's for your health, your business, you're ready to grow. Then look,
we got you covered.
That's your invitation.
We got you covered. I am Tameka Chapman and Carleeka Basnight-Menendez. Connect with us on social. So the last thing that I'm going to show is this. Hold on. Let me do this one. Let me do this. I just wanted y'all to see that again, okay? m3health.org. But this time. Right? What I was here. I want you all to be in the room. So make sure that you connect with us. And these are free events. You don't have to pay a dime to attend these events. Again, we are educating our community. As Samantha said, we're educating our community, making sure that you have the knowledge to be educated, to make educated decisions about your health, your life, your wellness, career, business, and all the things. So make sure you connect with us. I am Tameka Chapman, Carleeka Basnight-Menendez. Thank y'all for being here. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. We appreciate you for sharing. We appreciate you, Samantha, for engaging with us in the comments here. This has been amazing. And we'll be back. We're going to be back, y'all.
Y'all have a good night. Take care.
Y'all have a good night.
So okay, I just stop.